Welcome to week 4 and the first game of our ridiculous Friday night football, college football 14 finish the season marathon before Monday's release of EA Sports College Football 25. Today it's the Tiger Bowl, and it's our first SEC matchup of the year between the Auburn Tigers at 3-0 and the 7th ranked LSU Tigers. Both teams pretty evenly matched, only 5 overall separates them. Auburn's defense is very tight to LSU, but LSU does have the slight advantage on offense and defense, and LSU has home field advantage. It's going to be a good matchup between 3-0 undefeated teams in Death Valley when we come back. Quarterback comparison, you see Terrence Riley for Auburn, only 7 touchdowns, 1 interception. Blake Stallings for LSU, who's been hurt a little bit, but in the time he's on the field, much more productive than Auburn's quarterback, with no interceptions and 6 touchdowns, compared to 7 touchdowns and 1 interception and almost as much yards in less playing time. Here's a look at some team stats. Auburn has one of the best, if not the best, defenses in the country, averaging just allowing to 10 points a game. They have the 9th best rushing defense, 25th in yards per game. However, they do give up a decent amount of passed yards. Both offenses not explosive, but very solid. LSU 35 points per game, Auburn 29. LSU and Auburn both around 420 yards a game. Auburn's more pass attack, 36th. LSU is 20th in the rushing game. Top players for LSU. Left tackle with 6 pancake blocks in 3 games is Brooks at 91 overall. Manning with 5 tackles, 2 for loss, and an interception at 90 overall, and then the safety with 6 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss. For Auburn, a 94 overall punter, a 90 overall running back with 355 yards, 3 touchdowns, 187 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns. It's over 500 yards in 3 games. And then cornerback has 3 tackles. The injury report. 2 injured wide receivers for LSU. That might be where the run game comes from. A dislocated elbow until the postseason and a strained pec for 2 weeks. And that takes us back to the team stats, where we're entering game number 1 of our college football marathon on Friday night. It's LSU and it's Auburn, the 7th ranked Tigers at 3-0. If Auburn wins this one, they will most certainly be ranked at 4-0 with a win in Death Valley. Not many teams can win in LSU. Auburn tries to change that here as we look at the defenses. Both teams very solid. LSU does have that great rushing offense, but Auburn with the top 10 rushing defense in the country. But both teams struggle to get after the quarterback, but LSU does have 2 interceptions in 3 games. Welcome to Death Valley, Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where the LSU Tigers are hosting the Auburn Tigers in the Tiger Bowl. Both teams coming at 3-0. Auburn with the win will get ranked. LSU with the win will probably sneak into the top 5 as they're on the field for the coin toss. And fans are already getting rowdy. You can hear LSU chants in the background. It's a sold-out crowd here in Death Valley at Tiger Stadium. Out-of-town scores on the bottom of your screen. As LSU will get the ball first, and this is a very good defense there by Auburn, stopping them at the 19-yard line. And that brings out their quarterback. Hasn't played much this year, but has 6 touchdowns and 0 interceptions in the appearances he has made.
There's a sack.
And there's a sack to start the game for 7 yards. And we lost the camera. I'll hold it for a sec while we try to fix it. And we'll pause the game and come back when we fix the issue. Alright, it's been fixed. Out-of-town scores on the bottom of your screen after a sack to start the game by the stingy Auburn defense. Here's a read option play by a quarterback that's not known to run, and he gets those yards back, though. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Blake Stallings in the LSU offense. Notre Dame trouncing Michigan State 54-21 there. And now 3rd and long for the Tigers. Here's a throw from Stallings. Looking downfield. Has a man open. It's caught. He's going to break free. Only has one guy to beat, now 2. And it's a quick touchdown for LSU from 81 yards away. That might be the best play we've seen so far this season. An 80-yard touchdown on the first pass attempt of the game by Blake Stallings. And that is the new NCAA record for the longest pass in college football history as of 2013. It's an 81-yard touchdown, beating the record of 75 by Purdue. And that is one way to get the fans here in Death Valley going. 3rd and long, how about an 81-yard touchdown to get the game going for LSU? We were just talking about Auburn's defense, how the run defense is so well. We did mention the pass defense is not the greatest, and that shows there. 81-yard touchdown just right over the top of the Auburn secondary. And now it's 7-0 early, only a minute into the game. Now it's Auburn's turn. Their quarterback doesn't have the greatest completion percentage. Actually struggling for the most part. Does have 7 touchdowns and 1 interception. Ignore that. That's just how we pick the teams we play for. A nice Friday evening here in Baton Rouge, at Louisiana. Here come the Tigers, facing the Tigers. And as a pass to start the game, down the middle, caught, 1st down, Auburn. That goes for 20 yards. It's Cedric Richard on the reception. So 2 big pass plays to start the game for both teams, as Terrence Riley is 1 for 1 to start the game. First and 10 for Auburn. Number 1 team in the country takes on SMU by 25. And FCS school is beating Georgia State as Riley drops back again. Down the sideline, that's caught. He'll gain about 6, maybe 7. It's Matt Jackson. That'll bring up 2nd and 4. Expect a run here to make it 3rd and short. LSU could be ready for it as well. There's a man in the backfield. It is another pass. Across the middle, complete, not the 1st down. It's going to be 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. We did say Auburn, they're not the best rushing attack. They do have a running back with over 600 yards from scrimmage to start the year. You'd think they use him a little more, especially on 3rd and 2 here. It is another pass. Across the middle, complete. 1st down, breaks free to the 32-yard line, as Richard has 2 catches of over 14 yards already at 35 yards just on the stride. So 4 passes, 4 completions, and 4 plays for Auburn to start the game. Here's another pass across the middle, another completion in the red zone goes Auburn. Both offenses chugging along right now. It's going to be midway through the 1st quarter, and it looks like both teams may have points on the board if Auburn can capitalize on this good opening drive. There's the first run of the game. And there's that running back just stiff-arming a guy, taking him all the way almost to the 1st down marker. One of the top receiving backs in the country, over 500 yards from scrimmage in just 3 games. It's over 150 yards a game for this player. They line him up in the backfield again on 2nd and inches. He'll pass. Looking end zone, and that's his first incompletion of the game. 3rd and inches, and that's going to get the crowd going. 3rd and inches, expect a run here. Riley will throw. Looking, caught, touchdown Auburn. So Matt Jackson with 2 catches, Cedric with 2 catches, and how about that drive by Terrence Riley going 6 of 7 with 66 and the touchdown ended.
What a way to quiet the LSU crowd.
So both offenses looking really high, looking really intense right now, as both of them with very impressive opening drives to get the game going, and both defenses need to figure out what hit them now, as both teams before halfway through the 1st quarter have 7 points on the board. We might be in for a nice high-scoring game here in Death Valley, and that's what the fans want. An LSU blowout would always be nice to these guys, but a high-scoring game isn't half bad either. This one will not be returned after not getting the last one of the 20. This one's a touchback. So a good drive by Terrence Riley, an 81-yard completion setting the college football record for LSU's quarterback. Let's see if the quarterbacks keep going at it. 1st and 10. And LSU not scared to go after that Auburn rushing attack, and that's another first down for Orlando Winston on his first carry of the game. And both offenses look unstoppable right now. Tied at 7 here, midway first quarter. Another handoff to Orlando. And this time they'll go for 6. Orlando Winston gets 6, and that's 2 carries for 16 to start the game. And Winston's not getting up. And right now it looks like one of those games where the first team to get a stop wins it. Quarterback keeps it, and looked like he got there, and they are going to give Stallings the first down. So LSU already at midfield. This is going to be a high-scoring game. You can just kind of feel it coming. From their own 46-yard line, here's LSU. Stallings on play action. Rolls out, throws across the middle, and that is the first incompletion of the game for LSU. It's going to be a 2nd and long. Wouldn't be surprised if they turn to Winston here and make it 3rd and manageable. It's going to be a throw. No play action this time. Has a lot of time. Stallings with all the time in the world. Across the middle, complete. First down, breaks the tackle into the 36. It's Larry Davis. A little bit of a wobbler there. But it is going to go for 19 yards and a first down. A lot of points on the board around the country today, looking at those out-of-town scores. Stallings throws complete, first down, and that's the wrong hail. Both quarterbacks have been really in a rhythm right now. And Blake Stallings, when he's on the field, has been one of the best in the SEC, if not the country. Don't want him in rhythm. Stallings, play action, keeps it himself, and that one's going to go nowhere. 0 yards on the play for Stallings. So another 2nd and 10. It went for 19 yards last time we had him, and that would put him inside the 5 from here. Back to throw. Stallings. Not as much time this time. Has a block. Across the 10. Touchdown Tigers. And just like that, LSU goes right back down the middle. Both offenses just stuffing the ball down the other team's throats right now. And both defenses have no answer. These defenses have no answer for both of these Tigers right now. As LSU is going to be up 14-7 here with a minute to play still in the first quarter. So LSU gets the quick touchdown. Auburn motors down the field. LSU motors down the field almost as fast. And it's 14-7. LSU fans right back into it. Let's see if Auburn can do the same thing, or if the defense can step up and do something. This one is going to be returned to the 20, and that's about as far as I get, maybe the 23. So Stallings has the long touchdown. Auburn has the big drive, and then the other touchdown for LSU. Recap of our touchdowns so far in just this first quarter. It's still a minute, which might seem like not much, but the way Auburn and LSU's offense has been, they could score on this play. There's a handoff. Not many of those so far today, but when you get that guy in the backfield, need to give him some carries, because that's his 2nd of the game. And just like that, it's 18 yards, and every time it's a play, it's 7 yards, 15 yards, 9 yards, 20 yards, 15, 30, touchdown. So far in this game, what defense is going to stop first? There's a jet sweep around the outside. Got it. First down. These offenses look unstoppable. 30 seconds to play in the first. Here's play action. Looking across the middle. That's complete, and it's going to be breaking a couple tackles and another first down. As both offenses have every answer in the world, both defenses have no answers. It might be 58-50 in this one, as LSU's defense tries to stop Auburn and try to get a 2-score lead. Looking way downfield, that one's caught, and both defenses can just not cover right now, as that's Richard's third catch for over 50 yards in just the first quarter. I mean, there's no one covering him. Terrence Riley's 8 of 9 for 98 yards and a touchdown.
He's been spending a lot of time in the pocket, as the defense can't find a way to get to him.
Both teams, he does say, struggle to get sacks, but LSU does have 2 interceptions already. No play run by Auburn. High-scoring game so far, an 81-yard touchdown to get you going. Then a nice drive by Auburn, and then LSU scores from about 20 yards out. It's 14-7 in the Tiger Bowl. Auburn, from their 34-yard line, trying to score on LSU here. One of the top running backs in the nation stands in the backfield. They're going to run play action. That time there is some pressure coming. But when you have that running back, or that's Richard again, that's already his 4th catch. 62 receiving yards in his 1 play into the second quarter. And Riley well on his way to maybe a 300-yard game if the offenses stay the way they are. This time Riley will step back with no play action. Looking across the middle, that's complete to Matt Jackson, and both defenses just no answer. We didn't change any sliders or anything. These offenses are just in a rhythm right now. So 14-7 very quickly looks like 14-14 here, as both defenses cannot. I don't think there's been a 3rd down yet in this game except the LSU touchdown. As conference play starts to heat up this week. That's caught, not a first down or a touchdown. It goes for 6. Matt Jackson has 5 catchers. Cedric has 4, or both of those guys have 5. Let's see if they turn to one of their top running backs in the country on this play here. Both teams over 145 yards in just 2 drives. Empty backfield for Riley. And pressure's coming, and that's just his 2nd incompletion of the game, but that was a forced incompletion. And now 3rd and 4, a chance to hold Auburn to a field goal, which might be this game-altering play. If the offenses stay the way they are, this could be the game right here for all we know. Riley's going to throw, pressure's coming, he has to throw it over the end zone. And a great red zone stop by LSU, who just finally figures something out. And now if LSU scores a touchdown and they go on to win, we might be thinking this could have been the game-changing play. So now a short field goal, just 24 yards. And that one is good. So Auburn does get points, but if LSU scores a touchdown here the way the offenses can, is it out of reach already? So 2 good drives by both teams to put points on the board, 14-10. This one is going to be returned. Gets a block to the 30, 35, out of bounds at 39 or 40. So great field position already for LSU to try to break this one open. Here's the handoff. And Auburn did kind of push them forward a little bit with their bodies around the running back after not long. And can Auburn's defense wake up here and will that top 20 defense in the country get a stop? We're only allowing 10 points a game, already allowed 14 in the first quarter of this one. And no answer for Stallings, who's usually a pocket passer. He has been able to run the ball somewhat well, but they do force a 3rd down and maybe a chance to force a punt here, which could change the game as well. Last time LSU was on a 3rd down, it was an 81-yard touchdown. What's going to happen this time? Stallings to throw under a little bit of pressure, and Auburn is going to get a stop now. Maybe the defense has just needed a drive or 2 to find their rhythm, as now LSU is forced to punt it away, and a chance for Auburn to score a touchdown and take the lead. Kick is away, it's a good one. Caught at 20, returned to the 27. clobbered by number 13, Smith, on the play. As Matt Jackson can do it all with the receiving and the kick returning. And now a chance for Auburn to take the lead before halftime and get the ball. Here's a throw from Riley. Looking across the middle, that's caught. First down and a little more. It's Matt Lundy again. That's his first catch. There's Matt Jackson and Matt Lundy. I have to remember that. Terrence Riley approaching 150 yards before halftime. They're showing a run on this play. They do hand it off, and it's going to go for 2 yards. 3 for 20 on carries for Thomas. As now LSU a chance to get 2 stops here and force Auburn to punt it. Riley to throw, has a man open, that's going to go for 3 yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd and medium. But an opportunity for Auburn to give the ball right back to LSU. Both teams seem pretty evenly matched so far. Can Riley get a big first down for his Tigers offense here? Pass is caught, has a block, not going to make it, and Auburn now forced to punt. So that's 3 straight drives without a touchdown, and these defenses starting to get into a little bit of a rhythm here. Good spot for a punt, though. Auburn could easily pin them inside the 10 here. That punt's almost blocked. Punt is caught at the 10. Is going to be returned, taken to about the 22. No 2-minute warning in college football. 2:04 to play. LSU, can they break it open 21-10, knowing Auburn gets the ball? But now, the talk has been the defenses the last couple drives, forcing 2 straight punts. And that's a solid play started there. Deron Hale, getting 7. The LSU faithful have been into it all night long. Would really like to see a 2-score game at the half here. There goes Stallings again, complete, and that's going to be enough for a first down to Hale again. 8 rushes, 8 passes, very balanced attack by LSU. Here's Stallings again, looking way downfield, and that one could have been caught by anybody, and it wouldn't have been too surprising, but it is going to end up dropping. At one point, it looked like LSU was going to have a chance at it, and Auburn got a hand on it. And our second best game of the week between 17th-ranked Stanford and 25th-ranked Arizona State is 21-0 Stanford putting down a beatdown right now. Stallings looks like he has to throw this one away, and that was almost caught as well. But he gets knocked down, and now it's 3rd and long. And Auburn with 3 timeouts. If you give them the ball in a good spot, they could easily score here now too. 3rd and long. Here comes the pass. Across the middle, and that's a really nice throw. He's going to break free. It's another big play for LSU inside the 30. So LSU is a big play machine in this one. An 81-yard touchdown and a 41-yard play, and Blake Stallings has 187 yards and 2 touchdowns on just 8 completions. Over 20 yards of completion for Stallings in this one. Now the momentum goes back to the Tigers, who have 2 timeouts inside the 30. Stallings to throw again. Has time again. Auburn having no trouble with almost anything except finding their way to the quarterback as the running back makes a nice catch out of the backfield. Inside the red zone, LSU knocking on the door of another touchdown to make it 21-10. Here's a handoff to Orlando Winston. Winston gets a couple blocks, but not that one. He is going to push them for 6 yards, and that'll put them at the 10 with a minute to play, and they're saving that last timeout. Sun continues to set here at Death Valley. Here's a pass from Stallings, looking end zone, touchdown, and he drops it. That was right in the hands of the receiver for a free touchdown in the back of the end zone. And now it's 3rd down and a chance for Auburn to keep it a 1-score game if they can force a field goal attempt here. They are going to throw across the middle. That's caught, but he trips over his lineman, and now 4th and 2. It's decision time. What's LSU decide to do? And they do decide to take the points with a 7-point lead, knowing Auburn, if they don't get a stop, gets the ball after halftime, will have a chance to jump ahead. And they can take this one pretty much all the way to halftime, so it looks like if this kick goes through, it'll be 17-10, only a 7-point deficit for Auburn going into the half. Yeah, they are. Well, it looks like a complete offensive scrimmage in this one. Both defenses have woken up, and there's been no touchdowns in both teams' last 2 possessions. This one will end the half. It's up and it's good. It's 17-10. The 7th ranked LSU Tigers at halftime. And a good one with the Auburn Tigers. Both teams still very well into it. Can Auburn break through and sneak their way into the top 25? We're here for the Nissan halftime show. Both offenses look explosive early in this one. Both teams undefeated. Both teams playing like it. Both teams know what's at stake in this game. They've played hard. How about a record-setting 81-yard touchdown to start it? Then a march down the field by Auburn. LSU goes right back down their throat. And then they punch it in there from about 20 yards out. And then the defense has started to kick in as LSU gets a stop there. That laser put them in field goal range before the half to make it 17-10. And you see the halftime stats. It's been a very pass-heavy game. 200 pass yards already for Blake Stallings on his way to a 300-yard multiple touchdown game. Might put him in the Heisman conversation. As for Auburn, their quarterback's been very consistent, just not as much explosiveness as LSU's offense. And that's why LSU carries the momentum with a 7-point lead at the half. That concludes the Nissan halftime show. Auburn gets the ball to start the second half and a chance to tie the game. It is the Tiger Bowl, 17-10. Now Stanford's up 28-0 on Arizona State. Might raise some awareness from other teams having to play Stanford if they see they beat a top 25 team by 28, doesn't matter they were ranked 25th. Still got a lot of football to go for Auburn, but a score here would make it a lot more manageable. There's a solid drive starter, 4 yards, expect another run, and then a short pass to finish off the set of downs. Florida State having a tiny bit of trouble with the FCS school, only up 17-zip with 4 minutes to play. Maryland on West Virginia, and we have a final score alert coming in. As there's a little bit of movement on the line, that's going to be a false start, making it 2nd and long. As Florida takes down Tennessee 24-13. That's our first flag of the game, and now 2nd and 11, and that probably changes the game plan. You're probably thinking a pass here. Another ranked matchup, Texas and Kansas State, that's 14-0 Texas. Now it is a throw. And that's a deep ball way over his head as Riley is not in the rhythm he was in on that opening drive. $17-10. Riley to throw. He has all the time in the world across the middle. That's not going to get to the first down. He did try though. But now a chance for Auburn to get a 2-score lead. Even just a field goal completely changes the perspective of this game for Auburn. Auburn punt this one away as their first punt of the game. Or second. And this one caught at around 30. He'll take it to the 38. And that brings back Blake Stallings back on the game. I keep saying back. He has 200 yards in that first half and 2 touchdowns on only about 10 completions. Did he make all of that? You've been using that well for 400 Minecraft days or 400 days?
400 Minecraft days.
He made all of that?
All of these.
Every single one?
Yep.
No, he didn't.
Yes, I did. I swear.
Back to throw with Stallings again on 2nd and long. Across the middle. Has a man open. He dives and catches it.
Oh my God.
Deron Hill, one of the last couple of drives he's had. That one goes for 40, and the diving snag has Ben Stallings up to 240 now. The little in front of him, but it was right where Auburn could not do anything about it. As if Hale gets a touchdown here, we're even on a 404 watch with 400 yards and 4 touchdowns. As that time Stallings does not pitch it. So maybe the wrong decision to not pitch it there. He does get 2 yards, however, and that'll make it 2nd and long again. To the line they go with 4 minutes to play in the 3rd. Stallings this time has nothing he can do, and that's a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd and long, but they are at the middle of field goal range. But now he's showing why he's not a scrambler, only 7 carries for a measly 3 yards. Stallings on 3rd and long, almost certainly to throw here. Here he goes, drops back. Stallings looking downfield, end zone, tucked around, and no one catches it, and that's going to be a field goal attempt if it goes through. It's still a 2-score game, but still a lot of time for Auburn. This one from 37. It's up, it has the distance, and it is good. It's 20-10, a 2-score game for Auburn. So LSU's only allowed 176 yards compared to the over 400 Auburn is allowing. So for Auburn's offensive standards, a little bit of a weak first half, and only 10 points so far in this one. Is that your house? Riley caught, fighting, first down. That was Auburn from 10 yards out. He made it. So Riley tries to get Auburn back within 3 or 7. There's a nice pass. There's the running back with the receiving yards. We know he's to the 40 and 35. Stiff arms a man to the 30, all the way down to the 26-yard line. What a fight. But a penalty on the offense is going to erase all of it. And that's a 15-yard penalty. From the spot of the foul, it does cost them 7, though, after gaining about 30 to 40. Is that another horse track? So now they're way back after that amazing play by their running back out of the backfield. Riley throws it away, and now 2nd and long, and the momentum has shifted to LSU's side very quickly here. Riley steps back, has a decent amount of time, throws across the middle, that's caught, 3rd, and it was dropped. Looked like he had it, but LSU was able to punch it out, and now a big 3rd down here. If LSU gets another score, especially a touchdown and an extra point, making it 17 points, that's almost out of reach. Auburn, way downfield, my goodness, and it was dropped again. Both players had a hand on the ball, both players couldn't knock it down. I haven't looked at Auburn's schedule. Yes, they're 3-0, but there could be a reason why they're an undefeated SEC school, not ranked. Who have they played this year? There are 1-0 in the SEC, but what SEC school? Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt is number 23.
True. And a good punt return for LSU. We're at the 40. So now a chance to break it open by 17 with a touchdown. How about Penn State taking down the Nittany Lions in Happy Valley? 24-17. Miami's down by 27 to Cincinnati. And Maryland and West Virginia, the only low-scoring game out of all of them. Arizona State does get on the board against Stanford. And then Nevada at home losing to Hawaii. Stallings across the middle, that's caught. It is going to be 3rd and 6, so now all hope lost yet for Auburn if they can get the stop here. as Missouri's on the road against Indiana. They're up 17-0. Stallings to throw across the middle. That's complete, and they do get the first down and more. That's a 12-yard reception by Eric Bates. Blake Stallings, a quick pass, it's a screen. Has a decent amount of blocks, a good starter to the drop to the set of downs. And that's the man with the 87-yard reception, his first catch since then. Stallings with a big play here will put him at 300 received passing yards. Here's a play action. It is going to be a quarterback keeper. It goes for 3 yards. They'll make a 3rd down and 1. Third and short. There's the handoff, and there's the run defense we were talking about with Auburn, just stuffing them. 4th and inches. What's the risk here? And they're going to kick a 52-yard field goal. I was not expecting this decision. Doesn't have enough leg. And I don't think it's going to have close to enough distance. So the field goal's left short, and now Auburn has amazing field position. I would have thought, you have a 2-score lead, pin them down deep in their territory, make them use up almost the whole 4th quarter. Instead, that one's 4 or 5 yards short. And now Auburn has the ball at the 34-yard line. Riley to throw again across the middle. That's caught. Not going to get much. Only 2 yards. His favorite receiver, Richard. 6 catches for 74 yards. He had about 60 in the first quarter. Terrence Riley, a very efficient day. A lot better completion percentage than he's had. But through 3 quarters, they need a little more than efficient. They need explosiveness. They're down by 10, 20-10 to a top 10 team in the country on the road. It would be one of the biggest wins of the year for any team if Auburn can pull this one off. 4 is going up in Death Valley. They're down by 10. The Tigers need a touchdown here or just something to keep it a 1-score game. How about Alabama? 63 on Colorado State. There's a good pass by Riley. It is going to be 3rd down. They're going to go for it territory on just 3rd and 2. So a must-have first down. They're 2 of 6 on 3rd down. That's not a great number. This one is 3rd and short. The guy is in motion. No one on the right side playing receiver. It's a pitch. They're going to get the first down and a little more past midfield to the 47 or 48-yard line. First down, stop the clock. That's what you need. You need a lot of first downs. We can get that Terrence Riley we had on the opening drive. Auburn's going to be right back in this one and have a chance at it. Now Riley, another pitch. And that goes for 2. Smith likes to have the ball in traffic. He's very good weaving his way through with 6 yards of carry. Those push plays aren't going to get you anywhere. And now the clock is still running. Inside 5 minutes to play for the Tigers. Riley will throw, drops back a mile. And they're going to lose 3 yards. And every time they do that, it looks tougher and tougher for anything to come out of this for Auburn. So a big 3rd down here. The crowd goes crazy. Riley knows what he needs to do here. They put a guy in motion. Riley to throw. Looking way downfield. This ball is caught inside the red zone. And this gives Auburn a little bit of hope. They probably need to score a touchdown with inside 3 minutes to play, though, to have any chance with the way LSU's offense has been. LSU is going to run the ball, and Auburn's defense on the run game, one of the best in the nation. After this game, we'll do a 3rd of the way through the season, top 25 check-in. Is this in the back of the end zone? Knocked away. No chance to anyone to catch that one, so just knock it down. No one's catching that in bounds, but just to be safe, get that one out of there. Good job by the safety. And now 4:07 to play. Clock is stopped after the incompletion, so it doesn't kill you here on 2nd and 10. Don't know why we're handing the ball off. That's not a terrible play, but it does keep the clock moving. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. And now 3rd and 3. Smith a little slow to get up. A field goal does make it a 1-score game, so I wouldn't be surprised if you take a shot at the end zone here and then take your 3. Smith is in the backfield though. Riley to throw. Riley in trouble. Riley looking. No one's there. And there is going to be a field goal attempt, it looks like, for the Tigers. And they're going to stay on the field, even though a field goal still makes it a 1-score game. Riley with the game on the line. Gets sacked, and that's going to probably do it. LSU don't know why Auburn didn't kick the field goal and make it a 7-point game. That's still a 1-possession game. Instead, you go for it, you lose it, and now you're still down by 10. You get nothing out of that. And that might be it for Auburn with 3.5 minutes to play. Yes, they have 3 timeouts, 3 quick stops. Maybe gives you a chance, but it's LSU's game to lose now. Stallings still going to throw here, and that's going to be a sack. And now Auburn might not be completely out of this so they can get good field position.
Still 3 timeouts.
Yep, good job to sneak around the quarterback there. One thing I just noticed, how about Boise State, 11th in the nation for the Broncos? Using up all the play clock they can. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to go for about 7. Stanford takes down Arizona State in a top 25 matchup by 21. Texas up 28-3 on Kansas State. They're using up all the clock again. Auburn not using their timeouts. They're going to save it for if they get the ball back. And that's going to be stopped in the backfield. So Auburn now uses their first timeout. 2 minutes to play, down by 10. They're going to get good field position. Needs to do what they just did there one more time, plus get a good touchdown on this drive. And this is a good punt. It's going to be taken about midfield. And a solid return. Puts them just on the edge of field goal range with under 2 minutes to play though. First and 10, here's Riley. Across the middle, complete, 1st down. Do they use the timeout? They're going to try to save it. Ollie Smith, his first catch of the game. Riley looking, lofts it up, that's caught. Inside the 5.
So Auburn might have a chance here.
Is it like a drifting game, or are you drifting yourself?
This is just a drifted zone. Not very good drifting.
Is there racing maps you can do too?
This is Forza Horizon.
You don't race in it?
No, you can't. There's a whole bunch of racing on it.
So now they're at the 2-yard line. A chance to punch it in under 1 minute of game clock. And he's in, exactly what Auburn needed. And now they're back within 3 with an extra point. With 2 timeouts in 1:40. This one's not over yet. And this kick is good, so don't change the channel yet. It's 20-17. Auburn with a chance here. If they can get a quick stop on LSU, it is probably going to require a 3 and out. It's a little bit of a tall task, but this one's far from over now. And they don't recover the onside kick. Don't know why they did one. They have 2 timeouts and 1:40 left. So now the question is, can they get 3 quick stops or force Auburn to LSU to a field goal? 2 timeouts, you probably need at least a minute of clock. And plays like that don't kill you. Only 3. Use that first timeout. Now the thing is, if they use the other timeout and don't get the stop on 3rd down, they can kiss their chance goodbye. There's another run. And he gets the 1st down, and that's going to do it, as that's Auburn's last timeout. 3 QB kneels, and LSU survives the scare from Auburn, but Auburn undefeated. I'd say they could be a top 25 team in the country. They played the 7th best team in the country in one of the hardest places to play in the country. Held them to 20 points. Only lost by a field goal. But it's going to just need 2 more kneels for LSU when the game's over. There's a run. 1 more 1st down for good measure, and that is going to do it. 1 QB kneel. And the game's over. Are those other people? Their car's a lot faster than yours. And this will do it. A kneel, and LSU is still undefeated.
They're actual people, but it makes a nice AI.
And that is the last play of the game. LSU is 4-0. Auburn drops to 3-1. But losing to the number 7 team in the country by a field goal on the road doesn't completely ruin your season. And the play of the game might be the play of the year. How about breaking the longest passing play in college football history? 81 yards. That's not the play in the game. Name something that is. So Death Valley goes home happy once again. LSU doesn't lose super much. Did show a little bit of weakness on the offensive side of the ball, and it wasn't long ago we were saying this game could be both teams in the 40s. Instead, it's 20-17, as Terrence Riley did all he could. Completed all the passes he needed to. But Blake Stalling goes 14 of 19 with 263 and 2 touchdowns. What a game played by the quarterback. As we'll take a look at the top 25 teams in the nation in our preview of next week's game. What will be game number 2 of our college football marathon, as we do a tribute to college football 14 and finish up one last Dynasty season. LSU, number 7 ranked team in the country, wins 20-17 against Auburn. Thank you for watching game 1. We hope you come for the other games, as there'll be a lot of them coming out tonight. Every couple hours there'll be a new one, as LSU wins in Death Valley once again. Here's a look at the top 25 teams in the nation. A&M comes in at number 1. It's the Buckeyes of Ohio State at number 2. Oregon comes in at number 3. Clemson at number 4. Louisville at number 5. Alabama coming off scoring 63 on Colorado State at 6. LSU, we just saw at 7. The Sooners of Oklahoma at 8. FSU at 9. Texas at 10. Boise State, there's a surprise there, at 11. Notre Dame at 12. South Carolina at 13. 14th is Nebraska. 15th is Florida. 16th is Stanford. They destroyed another team in Arizona State. 17th, moving up 2 spots in the polls, is the Oregon State Beavers. 18th, staying still, but does have 2 losses on the year, getting their first one of the year against North Texas. Now goes to LSU. Could be our game. Georgia at 18th. 19th, moving up 1 spot at 2-1. UCLA. Kansas State does drop 6 spots, but they don't drop too far because they play Texas at 20th. TCU is 21st. Miami 22nd. 23rd is Vanderbilt. 24th is Michigan, rounding out the top 25. New to the polls is Oklahoma State. And the other teams receiving votes. Ole Miss, Northwestern, USC, Arizona State, Baylor, Auburn. There you go. Mississippi State, Arkansas, Wisconsin, and Arizona State has dropped out of the top 25. Now we're going to go see what the game of the week is. Go to ESPN and go to schedules. We're looking for the game of the week. It's not LSU and Georgia. What is it? Texas A&M, 4-0. Arkansas, also 4-0. That is our game of the week. Coming in Arkansas, 2 undefeated teams. Texas A&M, the number 1 team in the nation, goes against Arkansas, who is undefeated. They do have votes. As as we'll go to that one in game number 2 of our college football marathon. We'll see you then.